Hi, my people. Oh my goodness. Today I don't want to wake up. Oh, I don't want to wake up today. My eyes are swollen in the morning. So I have to kick myself out of bed, force myself out, and go and make myself coffee to wake my lazy brain. Oh my goodness. So this is how I start my morning. First of all, I normally I have to exercise, but today I woke up so late. My goodness, it's going to 12. This is not true. This is not really true. It feels like 9 o'clock. Well, to those who don't know, not to those who don't know, look at what I'm saying. You see, I'm not still awake. Today is Sunday, actually, and I should be going to church, but I'm not going to church. I'm waiting until this things get down, until the government allows people to be a little bit until people are allowed to gather, because I learned something that it's really I don't like it. I like following laws. I like to respect the law. The Bible tells us also that. But there's something I don't like about the behavior of people. When we are told not to gather, when people gather, they don't respect some things. Like if you are told to wear a mask, you find that they've just put mask as a display on their cheek. All the masks are here, or somebody has covered the mouth and the nose is left. And then I ask myself, what's the mask for? I thought that the mask is to cover the mouth and the nose, where the air is coming from. So this carelessness normally annoys me, and I don't want to be annoyed when I'm around people. So to avoid this annoyance, I would rather stay at home and pray at home. God is everywhere. Until everything is much better. I know the world has changed. It will never be the same, but I will still see how things are going. It's all over. Even when I watch, most of the times I watch our Kenyan things in the YouTube, and I kind of see people are normally crowded carelessly without considering, the distancing, and people are careless with the mask. They have the mask, but the mask is just to show that they have a mask, but they are not using it. It's just on the chin. So for that, I am like, okay, if this is what the health people thought it could help, why can't we do it? Even if it's not helping 100%, we need to follow, and it's for our own sake. It's not for the sake of the government. It's not for the sake of the law. So for me to be not annoyed, to avoid my temperature going high, I just avoid mingling with people so that I don't see this. Because for me, when I go out, I wear a mask and I wear it properly. And we are expected to do the things we have been taught to do. And one wonderful thing is that they've not strictly told us to put masks, only mask. Even when you didn't have anything to wear, you can just take a scarf and tie around your nose and mouth. So it's not that somebody could say, well, I don't have a mask or whatever. So I don't really like the way people are acting in this time. And it's not about fear, it's about doing the right things. Doing the right things that has been suggested to help us, not to help the government. So that's why I'm not going to church, because Like one lady was telling me that in their church, they wear the mask for the government. I was like, what? That they were, when they're in the church, after they pull it down. I was like, what do you mean? Are we wearing it for the government, or we are wearing for ourselves to protect ourselves? My goodness, I don't know. God, come and help people. People need help, a lot of help. God should come from heaven and help people. So now I'm gonna make my coffee because I'll keep on yawning. Going to make my coffee. So I finished making my coffee, and as the coffee was cooking, I was showering. Believe me, it's not easy to set these things. So I was showering, and now I hope so this is my breakfast. You can't see it properly because I have to set camera in a way. I have one mandazi, I have a pumpkin, and I have a banana. And I normally leave my bananas to be very ripe because I forgot what I heard about very ripe bananas. It has something in the body. I will check it out. And then next time, if I remember, I'll explain why ripe bananas are good. So what I do, because I don't take sugar, once in a while I do take sugar, but not that much. I use honey a lot. And the coffee is so bitter. This coffee I bought is not the one I normally buy. So I need something sweet to make me just drink the coffee. So I use honey on the mandazi because I didn't put a lot of sugar in the mandazi. I just put very little sugar. So when I take my breakfast, I really take time with it. This is honey for you. As you take it, it will be dropping all over. I didn't think about that. So I'm not in a hurry to take my coffee because I sometimes I spice up my breakfast with reading something. I So today I'm going to read what is lined up with the situations we are in. So I'm gonna read Matthew number 1 from 18. Now the birth of Jesus Christ was on this. Now the birth of Jesus Christ was on this wise. When, as his mother Mary was exposed to Joseph before they came together, she was found with child of the Holy Ghost. And that was the only woman who had a child without a husband, without getting it from the husband. So then Joseph, her husband, being a just man and not willing to make her a public example, was minded to put her away privately. Privately. They are saying privily, but I think it is privately. If we have to simplify it, they say privily. You know, this King James English, it's normally different. Though people normally say that King James is the original Bible. The simplified ones, some people say it's not the original. And what about us people who didn't come from English-speaking country? When it is simplified, we understand more better than when you read really original King James. So it's only God who will help in this matter. So, but while he thought on these things, behold, the angel of the Lord appeared unto him in a dream, saying, Joseph, thou son of David, fear not to take unto thee Mary thy wife, for that which is conceived in her is of the Holy Ghost. So sometimes this alone is enough for me for the day. It's enough for me to comfort me when there are things that are not going the way they should, because God is mindful of our well-being. He was mindful of the way Joseph felt, and he sent the angels. So angels are normally sent to us. It is encouraging in this way that when we are in a situation whereby we don't know what to do, and it's a faithful situation, you know, that one that is not evil. When we are sincere with our life, and we are in a place whereby things are not working, but God normally knows, and he knows how he can come in and comfort us. And turn that around and help us to contain the situation as he's working on some other things. Because if you look at the Old Testament, you can see the men of God who had situations whereby they worried, they didn't know what to do, and God appeared to them. Like Gideon. When Gideon was going to the battle, and he thought, is there from the smallest clan, he's from the he thought how could he win the battle? He's nobody. God saw that, and he sent him to the camp of the enemies to spy with his I don't know whether it was his servant. I have to read the story again. And God had to encourage him by giving a dream to his enemies about him, in a way that he understood, although it was not a direct dream, but he understood. I will go and look for, you can go and look for Gideon's story. Even me, I'll look again, because I don't remember the details. I read it a long time. So, um, Then Gideon was encouraged. So we see God is a merciful God. There are times I do feel like he's not seeing me. There's a fly that has been giving me since yesterday. It has refused to go out. Let me open the door for it to go out. That fly is since last night. Only one, big one. As I tried to kill it, I couldn't kill it. And now I was seeing it there near my balcony window. I opened the door, it went out. I'm grateful. Because even near my bedside, it came. It's like it didn't want, it kept on reminding me I am here. I was so mad with it. I even had to tell God, kill this fly. Let me find it dead in the morning. I didn't find it dead. There it was. Because I tried to kill it. I couldn't. I did everything possible because it's just making a lot of noises in my ears. Well, we go back to Gideon. So Gideon, God encouraged him for the battle. And after he encouraged him, he gave him instructions. So God encourages us and gives us instructions. We can learn from the people in the Bible. We can learn a lot from them. That shows that God is merciful and is with us. This coffee this time I bought, oh my goodness, doesn't have the aroma of coffee. We Kenyans, we have very good coffee. It doesn't have aroma. That smell of coffee, that's good aroma. It is only bitter, that's all. Only bitter. Our Kenyan coffee, if you cook our Kenyan coffee in the house, the whole house, if somebody walks in, will know that there was good coffee here. And even when they bring them here, people normally rush to buy them. I remember there's a shop that used to sell only coffee. Different coffee. It's called Chibo. It's a special shop for only coffee. But they normally grind for you as you walk in. They grind for you right there, and you tell them how much you want. So the time they used to have, I don't know if they still do it. They used to have Kenyan coffee. They will put a signboard outside Kenyan coffee because they know people loved Kenyan coffee. They will put extra signboard. So you Kenyans, enjoy your coffee. The whole world is enjoying it. And we ourselves, I remember when I was in Kenya, coffee was not really important. But nowadays I'm addicted. But I don't drink it. There's a time I used to drink it all the time. But now I've reduced. I only drink it in the morning. The other times I drink tea. So this one I bought this time. I don't know from which country. I don't know. You only taste the bitterness, but no coffee taste there. I think I should, when the shops open tomorrow, I'll go and get a good one. There's one that is called Jacob. Jacob also normally have very good aroma, but I don't know where it comes from. The rest I've tried are not good, but there's a particular one from Jacob. To those who are in German, it's normally very good. So now, this is my meal. I'm gonna eat later as usual at 5. Sometimes it's at 5, 6, 4, depends. Because one thing that happens is normally I don't like to eat when I'm not hungry. Because then when I eat, when I'm not hungry, my stomach is so full. I don't feel flexible due to my weight. You can see I'm not small. So when I'm so full, I don't feel flexible in my movement. I know what you're thinking. Why don't you lose weight? I've done my best. I've given up. I know you're I know the next thing that will be in your head. Why don't you do diet? I've done that too. When you are doing diet, you really have to be focused that even when you're working out of the house, it's doing diet is not easy, really, to be honest. I salute those who do it. But even the time I did it and the time I did all diet and exercise, my body was just proportioned and fit, and my body was really okay, but I still had the body. There was no reducing of the weight, but I was, shape. I had shape. That's the difference from the time I did the exercise. I used to go to the gym 2 times a week, spend 2 hours there. But then going to the gym took away all my time because I was working. Sometimes I had to work. It's really not easy. If you are doing gym, it's like you live there, and you also want to do your things, your life also. There are responsibilities. For me, it didn't work. For other people, it works. So let everybody do their own thing. I'm here and I'm fine now. But I do exercises that I need to do at this time. Today I didn't do. Maybe I do later, stretch up and whatever. But now since I've eaten, I can't do anything. I woke up late. Yeah. So we see in the story we read that Joseph didn't want to put Mary to shame. He was a good man. God gives people good men. If your man is not good, if you are having a relationship right now, run away from that man. I've had a man who was not treating me well, and I found myself stuck in that relationship. I knew he was not for me, but I stayed. I knew he was not for me, but I couldn't get myself out. And God was telling me it's my responsibility to. We had some struggles that were not really healthy. To be honest, it's not normally easy for men to keep to themselves. That's one thing I've learned in the life of Christ. Even Christians or pastors, I've met pastors, they still want to go to bed with you. It's a battle when you're a believer. I've never met a believer who says, let's keep to ourselves. All the believers I've met, they always want to go to bed. It's crazy. You know, being a believer it's your personal life. You have to decide whether you want to serve Christ with the truth or you want to be one leg out, one leg in. I will not say that I have been the best. It's a struggle also. I remember one time one American lady, she was single and she had children, she was divorced. She used to see how I loved the Lord. Those are some years back. And she she thought that, how do I make it? How do I keep to myself? She was like, she was struggling with that. She couldn't do that. I knew that she wasn't doing it. She had relationships, but she couldn't. I'm talking about her because you don't know her, so I'm not really. I didn't mention her name, so it's okay because you'll never know who it is. Yeah. So she kind of was wondering, how do I make it? And I never shared with her because those days I didn't know how to share things like today, to be free and just, tell people how I feel, what I'm going through. I didn't share with her that I'm also having that struggle, and I'm just in prayer, and it wasn't easy because I was in and out of relationship, because I could say 1 year, then I get tired of being alone. And most of the time, it wasn't that I needed a man to go to, you know, hold me and do other things. I needed somebody to love me. But then I realized I didn't love the Lord enough to embrace his love to make me complete and whole. And for one to be complete and whole and just embrace God completely, wholeheartedly, you really need to be at the throne of Jesus. That is like you have to do extra more. You have to be extra more, because that to overcome your physical needs that are not godly. And that takes prayer. It takes a lot. I've seen the difference. The times I'm not really active in a prayer, active in a, because there are times I have been there. Those are the times the enemy brings in the people who come into my life, and because that time I'm weak, I fell into those temptations, and when I fell into it, getting out was not easy. Once you fall into a relationship, getting out is a struggle. It's not a one day. I remember one young lady telling me, oh, when I'm through with somebody, I'm finished and over. And I'm like, okay, it depends with how everybody is. But for me, I came to realize that if it was a short time relationship, that one you can just get rid of. And if it was something you've been in for maybe 2 years, you've been tied together, and like, like you've been one already. That's why the Bible says two will come together and be one. It is normally really one, because then to break it takes God's grace to do it. So you people who know singles, don't judge them, pray for them. They really need prayer. Singles need prayer. Singles really need prayer. Some people normally say, oh, you should be happy you are single, you have no other problems. I've had so many comments that you really sit down and think like, okay, you singles, you don't have many problems of, family thing, like husband, disagreement and all this. But what about keeping that singleness? Is it not a problem too? Keeping to yourself until the right person comes. Yeah, in single life, there are so many things that people don't share. Singles don't share also. There are singles who share in the internet, of course, those who are open, but in our community or in our ministries, singles don't share their challenges. They don't encourage much each other, because for me, since I've been in the ministry until now, I don't remember any time singles were encouraged, even with a preacher, a pastor. It has always been other things, but they never looked at the singles and see what they can do to help them keep going. Even though God is there here on earth, we need each other. We really need each other. And that's one thing believers normally miss. And they tend to be too rushes too rushes that when a single make a mistake, they start to quote for you the failures you have done, and they forget that they've never been even there for you to help you go through it. And I'm not saying that we need each other's hand to make it in the things of the kingdom of heaven, but I'm saying two are better than one. I'm saying that there are times one needs a hand to stand, and those hands are not available. So I thank God for my life. I thank God for helping me. But I sometimes feel, I too, even as a matured lady, I sometimes feel I need prayer also. So if you are watching me and you are a believer, pray for me. Pray for me. There's nobody who can come out and say, really, indeed, they don't need prayer. No, it's a lie. Even the pastors, even the bishop, even the priests, they need prayer. So if you are watching me and you are a believer, please pray for me. Pray for me for the directions God wants me to do. Pray for me for the things that I need to do. I have a vision. There are some plans that I never did in my life that I want to do now. And I'm like, I want to do them when it's too late. I should have done them earlier. And now even the money is not there like before. So there are so many things going in life. Pray for me. I want to achieve some things also that are in my heart. And I need prayer. So I want to say that right now, the next thing I'm gonna do, let's see. So the next thing I'm gonna do, during winter time, it's some people hang clothes after laundry in the in the downstairs. If there's a room for washing. Some people hang clothes in the balcony, whereby the clothes don't dry quickly. Some people hang in the house, it dries quickly, especially when you put near the heater. Where I'm taking out my clothes, there's a heater there. I'm just showing people, I like to keep people informed of the lifestyle here. Those who are in Germany, it's not for you, it's for those who, I just want them to know our lifestyle here, yeah? So, for me, I normally hang my clothes near the heater, and it dries so well and faster. So what I'm going to do right now is to fold them, to sit down here and fold them. And this my hanger is old now. I need to buy another one. Every time there's something to buy. Oh my goodness. By the time I finish folding this, there are some work that I normally love doing, but there are some work I don't like doing. Folding clothes and getting the utensils out of the machine. The rest I do with joy, but those two, folding clothes, there's work I don't like doing. Getting the utensils out of the machine and folding clothes. The rest I enjoy doing. Oh my goodness. So I'm gonna put it in the stove. I didn't finish my coffee. I normally take coffee very slowly, and since when I'm folding clothes, I like watching TV, and you all know TV cannot be on and the camera is running, is forbidden. So I will stop here right now. Thank you so much for hanging with me. And today is Sunday. As I fold clothes, as I watch TV, then later on I'll be in prayer and just seek God for the week. Pray for me, I pray for you. So there's a sister who is always watching my from Kenya, my channel. You are a believer. I'll be praying for you. You pray for me. Let's exchange prayer. We need it. Love you and stay blessed and be healthy. Take care of yourself. Don't wear your mask not only under your chin. Put the mask for both for the nose and for the mouth. Teresa doesn't like that. Anyway, you can do what you want, but it's just my opinion. Well, stay blessed and be healthy. Bye-bye.